Weekdays at 3 on Channel 3.
We are out here on the porch on this beautiful morning talking with Major Mark Smith from the Salvation Army, Dr. Michelle Pickett, who is with Lifespring Pediatrics here in town, for a very timely conversation because tomorrow they've joined forces to have a Q&A event at your Eastlake Corps office to educate people on the COVID vaccine and why y'all feel it's so important for people to get vaccinated. So welcome to you both.
Well, thank you.
I'm going to start with you, Dr. Pickett, because you're the expert in the group here this morning. You're finding that people, especially in this zip code around Eastlake, are a little bit wary of getting the vaccine.
I actually, Major Mark, can tell you a little bit more about the specifics about their wariness or their hesitancy. But yes, we did hear that. We actually heard that once we met with them. We saw the data that said that a very small percentage of folks in Eastlake were being vaccinated and wanted to take the vaccine to an area where perhaps it was access that was a barrier, or perhaps it was hesitancy.
So it's a two-pronged process. Tomorrow is a chance for folks to come and have their questions asked and answered.
Right.
And then on Saturday, you're actually going to be distributing the vaccine.
That's right.
Yes.
It really is a beautiful partnership between Lifespring and the Salvation Army. To reach out in that neighborhood, we have heard many people say different things about why they don't want to get the vaccine, and we felt that education, to let them ask questions to a medical doctor, let them ask questions and find out what the real answers are. It might break down some barriers.
Well, trust is a big component. I know always it is for you and the work that you do there, and it is for you too at Lifespring. So y'all were saying how your philosophies of approaching the family dynamic is very similar. The vaccine not being administered to young children, but you want to make sure their parents are protected.
Absolutely. We can't take care of children if we don't take care of their parents, their families, their communities, and so we are very determined to get out and provide access to the vaccine.
Is part of what you're hoping too, I mean, we live in a climate now where there seems to be this dividing line between pro-vaccine and anti-vaccine, or pro-mask and no mask, and it can sometimes be awkward to voice your own opinion. So are you hoping that questions can be asked freely and without judgment tomorrow?
Yes, we are really two trusted organizations, and we're providing a safe space, a comfortable space to do that. Lifespring approached us with this idea, and I think it's a beautiful idea. If we could, break down 2 or 3 barriers, if we could have people sign up that before this event wouldn't have done that, we've accomplished something.
So I don't want to make you give everything away, but do you want to talk a little bit with me about some of the things that you are hearing that are kind of the worries that are unfounded, if you will?
Well, just as recently as Friday, our intern came in looking for some information, and I asked her what she was looking for, and she said, I have a mom on the phone and she's concerned that the vaccine actually gives you the COVID virus. And so that is that's perhaps a piece of misinformation. And I just want to tell anyone watching right now that it does not give you the virus. That can be confused because some people do have some side effects, which can be fever, shaking, chills. And that's actually just a sign that your immune system's working. And I want to get that message out, that is not the fact that you have the virus, but rather that's your body's response.
I'm sure you hear a lot of people say, well, there just hasn't been enough time to study it. How do you respond to that?
Well, I think that's a great question, and I don't want to minimize anyone's concerns for that. We all would love to see more data. That's absolutely how we feel as well. But this vaccine actually was developed after decades of research in the areas of the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine, and that to me suggests that there is actually more research and more time put into this vaccine development than we think. It's not just 1 year.
Are you saying by that then that there was already some research being done for other illnesses that they could utilize to now attack COVID. Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
And so I think that there are also other factors that brought this vaccine to manufacture quicker. And that don't happen usually, and part of that is funding that came quickly and manufacturing that came simultaneously. That all sped up the process.
So if you're watching and you live in the zip code area, right, around East Lake Courts, is that basically where you want people to be coming from? Do they RSVP or just simply show up tomorrow?
Just show up tomorrow night from 4 to 6. We know it's dinner time, so we're providing a simple hot dog dinner to anybody that would come. But show up, ask your questions, get the information, and they'll sign you up for an appointment tomorrow.
Well,
sign up for an appointment.
I think it's a brilliant partnership, and thank you both so much for coming our way this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks. It's a
So here
pleasure.
again is where you're going to go. The address there on your screen, but it's the Salvation Army at East Lake Corps. The website for the Salvation Army as well. Go get fed and get your questions asked and answered from 4 to 6 tomorrow. Thank you both.
Thank you.